mindfulness. Okay, it is officially 6:30. I know that we're expecting uh, at least another person, if not a few more people, may trickle in throughout. But I just want to welcome you to the space. We want to welcome you to the space. This is Meditation of the Heart. This is a live guided meditation series that's free and open to the public every week on Fridays at 6:30 a.m. Central, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And what this space is here for is to simply allow you to release the attachment to what does not serve, those thoughts, those um, mental roadblocks, to find your seat of power, of peace, your divine self. Meditation of the heart is a practice of stillness, and it allows us to come in the space to go deeply within ourselves and realize the truth that the Creator lives in us all, simply. So, this is a recorded live event, and we make replays available to all attendees, so that anytime you can go back and listen to a live meditation. So, if you would not like to be included in the recording, feel free to use the chat. But otherwise, we would love to see your faces. This is amazing. I'd love to see your face. So feel free, if you're comfortable with being recorded, to turn on your camera to say hey to us. This is both meditation and discussion. So if at any time um, you would need to be muted, the the host would do that. So you don't need to worry about that. Okay. Um, Now, also, one thing I'd also like to mention before we bring in the the one that's already here, sitting next to me in this virtual screen, um, I'd like to share with you all that yes, we do donate to feed plant-based meals to kids through Food for Life. So the events that we put on, the services that we do, the products that we provide, they all allow us to be able to not only sustain our business, but also to donate more plant-based meals to kids. And we've donated 848 plant-based meals so far, which is amazing. So our mission is to keep this going. And one way that we keep this series, along with Empower Hour, the other series that we do on Wednesdays free, is through donations. And so if you're open to donating, if you're able to donate, if you're called to donate, then please do. We will have the donation links in the chat box, and it's always also available in the confirmation email that got you here, if you registered through the main page. So, with that being said, let me take a moment to just bring in the main speaker, the meditation coach for this space, Soul Expression, also known as Maurice Soul Expression Clark. Coach Soul will be guiding the meditation of the heart and discussion portion. And without further ado, go ahead, take it away. Thank you. So,
Yeah.
perfect.
Um, thank you. Thank you. Yes, welcome everyone in to the meditation space. I usually open these up by introducing first time. Okay, yes. I usually open these up by introducing a topic of some kind and speaking about it for a few minutes and then I'll ask a question, like a freedom question to everyone, and give some space for everyone to respond, and then I'll usually also respond to the question, and then from there I go into the guided meditation portion, and after that I ask how everyone is doing, how the guidance was for you this morning, and things of that nature. I ask if there's anything that you want to dive further into, that you need more clarity on, or that came up for you during the meditation, and uh, and then we close out. We say thank you. We ask again for donations, and we leave. But definitely is a space that I intend to not just be a an experience every week that feels nice, but something that people can come to every week and begin to deepen their experience from last week, and from the last, just from any time that they've been able to look within, to deepen that every time, get deeper and deeper. So that's the intention.
Welcome, Queenie. Welcome into the space.
All right. So it's time to go ahead and get started. And what is on my mind to speak a little bit about this morning is, I guess, time. Because a lot of our issues, a lot of our personal struggle, a lot of our pain when it comes to our expectations of self revolve around time, whether it's deadlines or wishing we could go back for some reason, or just always feeling rushed to where even when you go on vacation, there's sort of a fear and anxiety around putting your stuff down, you know, for a few hours. For those that can afford vacation, that is. It's almost like if you've worked hard enough to be able to afford vacation, then you can't really afford vacation because you got too much to do. Because you have, at least in the mind, you have too much to do. And that's my point, is we have to begin to mature our relationship with time. This is my opinion, that uh, we have a very schoolboy, schoolgirl age level of maturity when it comes to our time. We think about time in accordance with our deadlines and what the authorities expect. And we don't realize that we base our self expectations on that same paradigm. Oh, hold on. Oh, goodness. Clicked on something. There we go. Um, but we don't have to do that. And yet, right, saying this to somebody is like, oh, well, you don't know. I could lose my job, you know, or something. And of course, I'm not asking you to risk anything. I just would like if we had the awareness to be able to question that sometimes. Is it true that you have no time at all for this type of, real relaxation? Is it true? And if it's not true, what's keeping what makes it seem untrue? And if you look deeply, you'll see that it's not true. Not to the extent that it seems in the mind. I mean, obviously, depending on what you do, there's some overlap, right? Not everybody can afford 6 hours a day of me time or rest or meditation or something. But most people can afford some time. Right? I think I can safely say we all can afford some time, and it is just the habit of, you could say, giving into anxious mind that makes it seem otherwise. And so my question this morning for everyone is, even if just for today, how will you begin to mature your own relationship with your time and be free? Again, even if just for today, how will you begin to mature your relationship with your time and be free? This is my question for today.
Good morning. Can I start?
Yes.
So, what I was thinking is if I pay attention to what I perceive to be as my time stealers, and this is something, an activity that we've done with Tensi, with like kind of looking at how you map out your day. And a lot of times, when you look at it, you are, wasting your own time. So, when I plan it out, like using, for example, like the freedom map and stuff like that, then I could see that my day belongs to me. And then I'm able to fit in the things that I love to do. And then it doesn't seem like such of a, you know, like, oh my God, where's my time going when I'm in charge of the day, when I'm in charge of my time. And then also, too, myself just acknowledging that when I get enough rest, that affects my mindset and it impacts just how I use my time as well. So just me being in charge as opposed to everything else taking charge over me.
Yes. Yes. And that rest is definitely key as well. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And of course, the freedom map and things like that are are tools available to anyone that's ever gotten the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit or been a member of the Thrive Club. Um, and for me, I think that how I'll continue to mature in my relationship with my own time is through simple divinity breaks. So simple breaks in the day where I take a moment just to let go of whatever expectations I have for my time in the mind. And I know I have at least 15 minutes or 5 minutes or 2 minutes where I can just check in with my spirit, check in with my heart and see what do I need? What am I most in need or desiring of? What will serve my greatest good? Um, and when I check in, sometimes it's a call for, just breathe and be still right here. Well, just breathe and be still right here. Just sometimes it's a call to drink some more water. Sometimes it's something else. But the point is just to take moments throughout the day where I'm checking in. And what that allows me to do is reset because oftentimes when we feel like we don't have enough time, especially when I feel like that, it's been feeling this rushing energy,
Rushing energy.
and forgetting that I'm the one that's choosing. So I'm the one choosing all of my activities throughout the day. I agreed to this. And so now I'm feeling rushed because I didn't really want to do this. But I agreed to it. And even though I could pause for a moment, I don't have to completely drop the ball if other people are involved, but I can pause. I can simply pause. So that's a way for me to mature and checking in throughout the day. But beyond that, simply simply remembering that it all starts with this moment and this moment.
So something happened to your microphone feed in the middle of that. I don't know if, and I was saying my internet is wonky. But yeah, something happened to your sound in the middle of you speaking. It's like switched almost as if you were suddenly getting a phone call or some alarm started going off or something. But I don't know, the microphone started picking up like from speakerphone instead of from regular or something like that.
Okay.
I could still make it. It's back to normal now, and I could still make out pretty much everything you were saying. Um, but that's what people are saying in the chat, is that they still heard you, but uh, something went. It's like you were far away or something.
So taking the divinity breaks, remembering I still have the choice and this moment is new. And I'm the one that chose how I spend my time, so I can always reclaim my power. That's
Yes.
basically what I said.
Thank you.
Was.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I
Good day.
I I believe that I have the time and the resources to do the things that I really want to do, and it's a matter of planning your day as opposed to allowing your day to just happen. And so, for me, I'll be mindful when I know for a fact that I am wasting my time in doing something we're doing something um, that is a time robber, as opposed to
Mhm.
using that time for myself.
Yeah.
So it's
Thank you.
just a matter
Mhm.
of really being conscious of when I am wasting my time, because I think we all know when we're giving time to something that doesn't even deserve our time.
Well, it some of us don't notice. Some of us don't notice, you know.
Well, well,
But
that's what I'll try to be mindful of, and as Tensi said, take those divinity breaks and think about, okay, it's time to drink some more water. You got those bottles lined up. Let's get them down.
yeah,
And yeah,
wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, there's some, it does take some self um, consciousness, not in the low self-esteem way, but just where you're conscious of your own habits, tendencies to be able to notice. And it's great, that the people Ufulu Child is attracting into our world have some self-awareness about them, that they can say things like, I feel like we all know when we're spending time um, with our time robber, our personal time robbers. I like that term, time robber, time stealer. Uh, but but some of us don't. We don't have the self awareness to even notice. We're so trapped, you could say, in the bubble of our thinking that um, that it leads to a state of uncertainty that is disguised as certainty. Does that make sense? We and I was guilty of this. This is why I know it so well. It's just we've we feel like I have to do this. But not as a conviction, more so as a we just have such big blinders on. We do not see the world outside of whatever we feel like we must spend our time on. So now we can't hear you at all. Oh no, you're on mute, Tensi.
I said, yeah. And also that it's not just mutually exclusive, that, you can't be working or doing emails or in a meeting and still kind of center yourself, or that you can't pour love into yourself wordlessly as you're moving about your day, or that you can't it, like there's this the thought comes in that I have no time, and then that is like the blinders that blocks everything else out, all the other possibilities where you can indeed have fun with your day while still getting stuff done and pouring into yourself. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, also, Ivana, if you want to answer via the chat, you can also do that. I forgot to say that in the beginning. Um, but if you feel you're in a space where you'd rather not be speaking out loud, maybe people are sleeping around you or you're in a work environment or something, then that's always an option too. You can use the chat.
Peace, no, as well. No, I am concerned about who around me and who can hear me because this is my personal time in my space. So, but no, all is well. I just had it on mute. This is
Mm,
new. This is new for me.
yes, yes. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move into guided our guidance for the evening, for the morning, excuse me. It's still dark out here, so I said evening. um, and how I'd like to begin is first just giving a few moments for everyone to find their comfortable space. Just find a space within your seated position or laying down position that's comfortable for you. And what we're going to do on the count of 3 is we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to go in through the nose. We're going to come out through the mouth. But this deep breath is also a symbol for the beginning, and we'll also use it for the ending of the guidance portion of the meditation. And when we breathe in, we're going to breathe in peace. This peace is not a peace that you have to find and bring to yourself or put some effort into discovering. This peace instead is the peace that is already here, always, seemingly hiding behind our actions and thoughts and feelings. So we will breathe in peace. And when we breathe out through the mouth, we're breathing out what I call the mind, our jumpy attention, our attachment to words and concepts, and our anxiousness and things. We breathe out the mind. So we're going to breathe in peace and out the mind. 1, 2, 3. In with peace. And out. With the mind. Welcome to this moment, everyone. A meditation of the heart is not very involved with imagination or visualization many times. It is simply meditation on the heart of being. And so what I want you to do is just relax, be calm, and when you're ready, close your eyes and be one with just your beingness. Your beingness means that sense that you know you are or you exist. The natural sense, I am. Just be with this. Don't combine I am with your thoughts or feelings, or even the feeling of the body for a moment. Just be with I am and relax about it. Notice that as you sink within yourself deeper and deeper, the balance, if you're sitting up, your breathing, even the relaxation of the body, they all happen on their own. Notice this. Just notice. Relaxation does not require effort, for that would be a contradiction. Notice also that this natural sense of being is always here. It doesn't somehow leave you when you are lost in thought or experience anxious mind or pain. It simply remains still and pure. Notice that no amount of time can affect the sense I am in any way. Only when it is combined with I am the body or I am my mind. But for now, we leave that aside and just stay with the I am. Otherwise, just remain as you already are. Remain in your being. You can do this without sitting crisscross for meditation. You can pay attention to your being while you send your emails, make your calls, interact with your people. As you deepen your meditation practice, you may pay attention to your being from when you first wake up, all the way until you are ready to lay down for sleep. You do not need to enter a trance-like state to be one with your being. You don't even need to concentrate. Simply relax. Giving more attention to where you're looking from than all of the things you are sensing or seeing. Where are you seeing from? Where do you stop and the body start? Where do I stop and the world starts? Who am I? Beyond my name, beyond the roles that I play, beyond even my mind and feelings. Because feelings and mind report to me, I do not report to them. Who am I? The perceiver of thought and body. I am. Notice the I am has no past. The body has past. The mind has memory. But I am simply is. Notice without trying to think about it. See this for yourself. The I am is beyond our concept of story. Eternally pure, effortlessly detached, peaceful. Beyond even our attention. When our attention moves from this to that, it is noticed from the place I am. Who am I that perceives even my attention, which is so intimate? I call where my attention goes, my experience. And most important, just relax about it, only noticing. Only noticing. You can see time does not really go anywhere. It is always this moment. Where you're seeing from, in fact, is always in this moment. When you connect with yourself, you become one with the present. Taking the effort out of being present. Your being becomes presence itself. Let go once and for all the rush and hustle, which only makes you feel self-conscious. For this peace that you are experiencing is actually always with you. When you simply let go of your story, peace remains. And again, this doesn't require a trance-like state, doesn't require alone time away from people. It doesn't require concentration or contemplation. What you are is already pure. See this within. When you know yourself beyond self-image, you have no self-image to live up to. Therefore, you need nothing extra to be happy. To be grateful for life. To be one with spirit itself. Timelessly. Meditation in its truest form does not end when you get up from your seat. For in truth, You are never not self-aware. Everything you see is a reflection. It is simply the mind which confuses outside and inside. Mine and yours, me and you. These are simply concepts. In just a moment, we're going to take our final deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth on the count of 3 together. But before that, really let go. Don't stop halfway. Know thyself. You who are the perceiver of time, you are beyond time. You who are the perceiver of self, you are beyond your story and your self-image. You, the perceiver of body, you are beyond your body. So after this breath, go in peace. Go in peace. 1, 2, 3. In with peace. And out. Welcome to this moment, everyone. I invite you to open your eyes and bring some movement back into the body, limbs. Thank you, Queenie. And if you can, I'd like to know how you feel. How was this morning's meditation for you? And of course, as I said in the beginning, did anything come up for you during either the guidance or maybe the discussion that you want to go a little further on?
Me?
She's always like,
Oh, no, no. I thought just because I made a little stop. It stopped for a second after I wrote the comments. I just wanted to know. So you're asking for a reflection now, right?
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So I feel like it might click in a second, but I'm really loving the self-image, like really examining the self-image. And I this just was completely peaceful for me. It answered a lot of questions that I had inside about time and this how it might get me upset and triggered. And it just kind of deactivated some triggers.
The elevator's taking you away a little bit, just to let you know.
It deactivated a lot of triggers. And it's
Deactivated triggers and explained some things. Super peaceful simultaneously. Wonderful. Now be careful. You say deactivated triggers. Careful. That could thinking like that sometimes could lead to disappointment because you'll be triggered and then you'll say, I thought that meditation got rid of those. But it's wonderful to hear. And I mean, and don't get me wrong, stand on that, stand on that these triggers are deactivated. You can just be just know that if it does return and things, it will pass for sure. So that's wonderful to hear. Talk to me, Lavana. What's happening?
Please, for me, it's like it's still totally new for me. I can't say I had a bad experience, but there's still the thoughts that come in my mind, whatever going on in my daily life, thinking about this and thinking about that. And meditation is something that I have not yet mastered. And even when I tried long ago, when I first started on my journey, I didn't like guided. So I'm adjusting to the guided part. And I have like so many different tools to assist me with meditation and all that. And I just came back from retreat in September with the way she was teaching me how to meditate. I don't know if it was more of a distraction because I was either counting my breaths or watching my breaths or thoughts or something, whichever one seemed more like supposedly the right way. But so it's still, I know it's a process and I know I'm going to get it. So, but overall, it was still beautiful. It was still beautiful. And I know that with more practice and whatever else factors play a role in it, I'm going to get it.
Yes. And I'd like to speak on this a little bit because there are many different techniques and methods out there for meditation, and I believe, and in my experience, and in some others, some of our participants' experience, this type of meditation that comes through this vessel goes beyond techniques and methods, and so it's vastly different from control your breath or watch your breath,
Right.
And watch your thoughts and things like this, because those, now don't get me wrong, those are effective to a degree, but what meditation of the heart does is it goes to what the goal is of those techniques. Let's go straight, past all of the twists and turns, straight to the destination. And that destination is knowledge of self, because what you are is beyond the one that says, I'm on a journey, I'm going to get it, I'm not there yet. What you are is pure already, right now as we speak. And meditation of the heart gets there. It attempts to get there. And so yes, 100% know that it's for the mind itself. It is a journey. It is going to be great some days, and then other days it's going to be like, I wish I could have tapped in a little more, and that's fine. but
Yeah.
know that what you are does not need to tap in.
Okay.
Where your true place already is right where I am as the speaker, right where the Buddha is. When the Buddha sits down to meditate under the tree. Same thing. This is why all of the saints and the sages, why all of them say, you are already that. The kingdom of heaven is already within you, and all of the things that
Yeah.
say, all
Yeah.
of you disciples and all of you followers are already where I am. You just don't realize it. That's why they say that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you for being here.
absolutely. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
So
One
honor.
thing that you, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm honored. I really am to be here.
Plus, reflections, you know. One thing that you mentioned, you were talking about the thoughts weren't quite calming down, and you kept kind of being pulled into your to-do list for the day. Keep in mind that, there's going to be that thought that says, oh, I failed at meditating today because I kept thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's not true. Because uh, in my eyes, no meditation is a failure, and you don't have to stop your thoughts in order to have an effective meditation.
Okay.
That's a big misconception because the thoughts, like you didn't say, all thoughts coming from this door. Get your name tag so I can meet all of you
Right.
during my meditation session. You didn't say nothing like that. And they just come, they pop in, and then they go. That's just what they do. They're passing through. That's all that they're doing. They're just passing through. So, um, in meditation of the heart, at least in my experience, yes, I still experience the thoughts, but it's not like the awareness that I'm not thought allows the space so that I can simply just continue and just continue to rest and relax and observe what is this me that's perceiving all of this. So
Right.
be patient with yourself. Those thoughts of feeling frustrated about and assessing and judging where you're at will come. That's muscle memory. Um,
Okay.
that's muscle memory. So they'll come, but just know that they're passing through. And the more that you relax into the moment, the more that you observe, the more that you're aware of them instead of, trying to push them away. But don't try to fight your thoughts. Um,
Yeah, let
and
me let me get to Mom's comment too.
go
Um,
ahead.
but yes, thank you for that, Tensi. Um, so my mom says I drifted a time or two, but was able to empty out the body and the mind and be at peace with myself. Thank you. Have to go. I saw when I saw have to go at the end. That's when I decided let me cut in real quick. Thank you so much, and that's wonderful that you got to empty out body, empty out the mind, and be at peace with yourself. That just this is what people go to the Himalaya mountain caves and go meditate for 8 hours a day. That's what they want to do is empty out the body, empty out the mind, and be at peace with myself. So that's very wonderful. Um, I hope you have a great start to your day, you and T Joe over there. Um, thank you.
Thank you, and everyone have a wonderful weekend. And I'll be sending a donation.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye. Um, but yeah, um, like Tensi said, that you said something, Tensi. You said it's muscle memory, and that's very, very true and very important to know. because with anything else in life, right? If you want to become a good knitter, you want to learn how to knit things, and you want to be good at it. It takes practice, and at times you're going to fail at things that you try. You want to become a good basketball player. At times you're going to fail to shoot at a certain percentage from the 3-point line. It's not going to happen for you if that's your goal. But for meditation, especially meditation of the heart, right? Or any method of true meditation where you're going past methods and techniques straight to awareness of self, you cannot fail, because whatever you're aware of is a reflection of self. And so, yeah, like she said, the notion that I could be better at this is simply another thought amongst the thousands of thoughts. It's not really true. It's not really true that I could be better at this. It's simply maybe the mind can be better, but the mind is not needed for meditation of the heart. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does it feel like that's hard to understand? You're on mute, by the way. I don't know if you
You talking to me?
Yes. Whole time.
Listen, yes, it does make sense. Yes, it makes sense. I'm listening. I'm still here.
That was funny. Talking to me? Yes.